Coaching for contractors is a scam. Or is it? Let's dive into that, because I've spent over $30,000 on coaching in my business as a contractor. I had a part-time gig doing carpentry apart from my full-time job. I scaled that up till I was making $100,000 a year. Then I quit my job. 2 years later, I'm doing $1 million a year. But was it thanks to those coaches? What did I get out of them? Let me tell you the problem with these, internet contractor coaches. When I had my part-time business on the side, I didn't know what I was doing. It took me a little bit to get there, but I realized I need help with this. I need some guidance. I need some expertise. I need somebody to show me why am I doing things and it's not getting me to where I want to be. So I hired a company, and they had, flashy website and presentation, and the CEO came on. He said, "Nick, I really think we can help you, blah, blah, blah." But then they proceeded to charge me $1,000 a month. And my company that year, it was doing $80,000 a year. Think about that for a second. They're charging me $12,000. That's like 15% of my gross revenue. Can you imagine what my profits were doing part-time, doing $80,000? It was not very high. So they're charging me 15% of all the revenue that I'm bringing in to this coaching program. Needless to say, I had to put it on a credit card. And I think that there's a gap there, that they shouldn't be doing that. In their case, they didn't have a program for, you're under $250,000 a year. We're going to help you at a lower rate because $1,000 a month is insane. They said, no, this is what you need. And, they tried to, after a year of that, they tried to push me into the program that was $2,500 a month, which is crazy. It's like 25 grand. It's more. That's like $30,000 a year. And if my company at that point, it was doing $110,000 a year, how am I supposed to fund that? And I knew, I had the feeling that I do need help. Like, I did join the program, and they had these really useful, they had templates for sales, estimating, to help me to understand my profit and loss sheet and how to, what's the difference between markup and margins, and what are the milestones that I actually need to hit in order to scale, in order to know that my business is going to be sustainable so that I can confidently quit my full-time job. Yes, it was useful, but they still were charging too much. So what's the solution to that? You're making under $250,000 a year. You don't want to spend all of your profits on a coach, but you know that you need some help. That's why me and my partner, Mike Jasper, made the Wealthy Contractor Academy. Because it's a group, it's a community that has those same resources. Like I said, I spent $30,000 for coaches, specifically for contractors. And I took those resources, I implemented them, I made them specific to suit my needs. I put them all into this group, and now me and Mike are charging $100 a month for this group because I want to make it accessible to the small fish, to the little guys who are starting out, who need access to that. They're drowning over here, trying to get their business going, trying to make things happen, and they don't have $1,000 a month to spend. And, the salespeople will hype it up and say, you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta push. It's gotta hurt a little bit so that you really take the action. Yeah, either it might shut down your business because you're spending all of your money on a program, or just be really committed, be really sure that you want to take the action and implement what you're going to learn, and join our group, $100 a month, live weekly calls. You can ask us, Nick, how did you grow your business to $1 million? Mike, how did you grow your business to $50 million in 4 years? He was doing $100 million a year. He sold it for 50 later on. How useful, how helpful is that for the small guy who's starting out? Maybe you haven't even started your business yet and you're just thinking about it, but you need some direction and some guidance and hey, I feel lost here. I don't know where to start or what I'm going to need. Where can you find that community that's accessible? And it's not, it's not a Facebook page, because there's all the free loaders there who they come to take and they're not going to contribute. The people aren't invested. Okay, we have some skin in the game. We're invested. Everyone here is paying $100 a month. So we actually want to be here. We actually see the value. And in that community, you can interact together. You can collaborate. You can ask questions. You can get your questions answered by people who've done it before. I think there's some value there. That's why we created it. So check it out there. I'm going to put a 7-day free trial. You start it out for free. Just quit. Just if you want, download all of the PDFs, all of the resources that I put together over, the last 5 years. They're all in there. Just download them and quit. I don't care. If that helps you, good. Because if that helps you get from $50,000 to $200,000, maybe you'll come back later on and say, hey, maybe I do need some live calls and some coaching and to ask some questions and to have a community of like-minded people who can help me with this. But try it out. The link's going to be right down here. I hope this is helpful to you. And I hope that more small tradespeople, contractors, don't get gouged trying to get help. That's my goal. That's my desire. So good luck to you.